It's the first thing I had a bitch of a time actually setting this up. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. We're good. We're good, everyone. Beautiful. We're good. We're good, everyone. All right. At everyone, we are back with a late, short Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep stream. I don't remember what was happening. But I think we were grinding. And post. What the fuck, you still stream? I thought you became an Annie-tuber? No, I made an announcement that I was gonna be taking like 2 weeks off. Yeah, I said no streams for like 2 weeks. I made a post about that. It's not my fault if no one noticed. So yeah, we're back now. It's a joke. I responded to your announcement. Oh, did you? No, you didn't. You can even read it? No, I can't. Just says I'm going to be really busy with work for a while, so probably no streams for about 2 weeks, and then there's absolutely nothing posted under that. Alright, no, seriously, does anyone remember what the fuck we were doing, though? I can't go to Bladelandia. So I assume the idea is we're supposed to go to Mysterious Tower. Anyway, what have you been up to, mate? How are you doing? Nope, not at all. Don't worry, me either. It says Mysterious Tower, so I think we're supposed to go talk to Yen Sid. Wi-Fi connection lost. I hope that wasn't mean my entire internet went down, because that would be hilarious and annoying. No, I just think Wi-Fi. Okay. Maybe I forgot to update. Oh, wow, that's not helpful at all. It's organized by location. We have double flight, which I think is double jump, which means I think what I was supposed to do is go world by world and collect all of the items. That's what I imagine I'm supposed to be doing. So we'll start doing that. Played a bunch of horror games with my brother. Bought some shit, shirts, DVDs. Hunting Ground was replaying Rule of Rose. Finished today. Nice. Okay, yeah, we have double jump. That's pretty good. What games were you playing? Alright, now, so this said 93%. There's a good chance that was the last one here. It was, yep. So we're done with Land of Departure, Castle of Dreams, and Dwarf Woodland, so we're on to Enchanted Domain. From one a horror game about a girl and her dog to another. Oh yeah, that's true. There's one more sticker in Dwarf Woodlands, and I believe I'm in Dwarf Woodlands. I don't know what world I'm in. I think I'm in Dwarf Woodlands. Oh yeah, we have to walk on the ground. Mad Father, Paranoiac, Silent Hill, Resident Evil 2, Little Nightmares, Fatal Frame, Resident Evil 3. I get Little Nightmares mixed up with that game where you play as two sisters and you, like, it's like a Metroidvania. I've actually been thinking about Fatal Frame recently.
Take that.
Just like in general, like not really thinking about like doing a replay or anything, but just like generally thinking about Fatal Frame. Although, I have considered... for some reason, I was in a conversation, I think it was about the Conjuring movies, where the Conjuring movies are supposedly based on a true story. No, specifically the first one. Because the Conjuring movies are supposedly based on a true story. And that, like, hearing that got me thinking about Fatal Frame. And how Fatal Frame 1 has, like, based on a true story on the cover. Because the creator saw a ghost that one time. I was also invited to watch the Silent Hill movie recently. They were like, hey, you want to come over and watch the Silent Hill movie? And I'm like, I have so many better things I could be doing than that. Then I got asked about, like, Silent Hill, like, raining ash or some shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Silent Hill does not rain ash. So, apparently, whatever happens in that movie is way fucking worse than I thought. But yeah, no, I haven't been doing anything too interesting either myself. Masahiro Ito, the artist for Silent Hill, said he hates his movies purely for all the dumb questions people ask him on Twitter. You know, fair enough. I think once wrote something like, I hit that damn pyramid, I wish I never drew him. There is nothing down this way. I will say Pyramid Head's a cool design. Even if he has kind of been used to death at this point. Silent Hill fans. Well, if the leaks are to be believed, not enough to not work on another Silent Hill game. Then again, I don't... Who would turn down that Konami money, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. Vision Faraga is actually legitimately one of the best spells in the game.
Gotcha! Take that! Farewell! Farewell!
Yeah, I will say that the leak did say that they were planning to remake Silent Hill 2. And that they're also making another Silent Hill game, and that was before the Silent Hill 2 remake was actually announced. So there is a bit of credibility to it. That, and it got DMCA'd off of Twitter, back when Twitter was called Twitter, by Konami. And that it was dated like 2019. So there was a lot pointing to at least the fact that the concept art was, like, accurate. Although, it seems like Konami's been outsourcing their games, so I actually suspect if there's a Silent Hill 6, I don't think it's going to be in-house. Because aren't they... I think they're outsourcing the Silent Hill 2 remake. So my guess is they're doing, like, what they can in-house, and they're just going to ship it off someone else to make the actual game. It's also possible that maybe they just commissioned some art to see if Silent Hill 2 remake sales are doing well, you know, kind of test the water. I'm telling you, though, there is a Castlevania something remake coming out. I guarantee it. I would say Symphony of the Night, but apparently that's a sequel. So, probably, maybe do a duology or something like that. Or just ground up remake it and change a bunch, like, change the whole fucking story. But with the way Konami is now, when they're, like, remaking their classic games, I can't see them just leaving Castlevania. Like, I can't see them leaving that kind of IP power just sitting on the floor, you know? Especially not with the successes of the Netflix Castlevania shows. Silent Hill fans were latched onto any rumor. I remember this a while back, there were rumors Silent Hill 6 was happening, that Sugiura Maru would do the art based on some stuff Maru posted online, and the actual Sugiura Maru went and wrote, "I don't have Tumblr or Instagram, I'm not associated with Konami." Well, so what I will say about the Ito art, though, was that it got DMCA'd off of Twitter, and it had his signature, and it was dated. But like I said, sometimes they just, like, commission art and stuff, and then they drop it. I will say this, that Castlevania show is a banger, alright? Maybe if you stopped looking at it as a Castlevania show, you'd enjoy it more. I have not watched, God, what's it fucking called? No, not Junji Ito. Masahiro Ito. The art was from Masahiro Ito. Not from Junji Ito. Anyway, yeah, I haven't checked out the new Netflix show yet. I think part of me is waiting for after the podcast. What is it? I want to... Was it Nocturne or something? What was it called?
Take that.
Kind of hard when it's called Castlevania and has characters from Castlevania in it. Just take it as like an AU or something. My big only complaint about like the Castlevania show is okay, I have two complaints. One, I think season 2 is a bit slow. I know a lot of people are like, oh, season 2 is even better than season 1. No, I find season 2 a bit slow. I'll admit that. And I honestly, there's a bit too much cursing in the final season. Which is coming from me, so I think that's saying something. I've read Warren Ellis's like dark superhero, which is Super Gods, Black Summer, and the third one that wasn't Super Gods or Black Summer. You know, that third one, the one no one talks about. How the fuck am I gonna... Okay, I think I can get up there. I think I jump, dash. Since you left a poor sweet girl like me alone, I had to watch other streams, so I'm gonna do what that other did won't let me do. Remember, we have, like, 2 rules. Don't get me banned and fucking no kink shaming. I should have more rules, but I weirdly don't. Bitch, slut, cocksucker, whore. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, go off on that. I don't give a fuck. What was it, like one of those like family streams? You actually get a lot more support from Twitch if you try and keep it PG. And YouTube. By the way, tonight's beverage is a brisk iced tea with a strawberry melon flavor. Yeah, you expected it to be alcoholic. No, I can say whatever I want, but he won't let me say those. Oh, those specifically? Oh, wait a minute. Did you get called a misogynist? Although I'm going to make an argument that men can also be sluts, cocksuckers, and whores. You can't say those because you're a girl. Now I just don't understand. Now I'm confused. Let's see. Enchanted Domain, it looks like we're missing a treasure chest. Because I can't say those because some guy called his friend a bitch, so he banned those words. Oh, they're blacklisted. Okay. So what's this other streamer? What were they playing? Okay, no, that fight ended. I just hit my pause button too late. It's so nice to be in a stream where I'm not the worst person around. Hey, that's possibly accurate. Zach, he finds Juji Ito's stuff too disturbing. Oh. Oh, that poor sweet summer child. Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I've read a little bit of Junji Ito. I'm no Junji Ito expert by far, alright? I have yet to read the entire depth of his work. But I feel like I have more of like an artistic appreciation for Junji Ito's work than I do like actual like fear or like just like I don't feel disturbed or like afraid. I just have like an appreciation for a very skilled artist. Wasn't that everything I needed? Can you imagine the Maru art I sent him? Yeah, that's fair. I get a statistic joy from creeping him out. I'm sorry I deprive you of that pleasure. Ice Barrage. Create giant ice crystals that burst from the ground and knock enemies into the air. I bet it's terrible. It sounds not good. You'll gross me out. In my defense, I try to hold back. Let's see. We got 3 in Radiant Garden. And 2 treasure chests in Radiant Garden. So 2 treasure chests in all 3 of the doobly-doos. Those words are called stickers. I forgot English. You know what I've forgotten about streaming other than how to turn my stream on? What I have forgotten about streaming is that for whatever fucking reason, you just, like, whenever you are streaming, you become dumber. Then again, whatever you say that's a gross thing you've seen, you'll never watch something you said to me once while drunk that actually made me very uncomfortable. What did I say? Oh no.
Fire! Freeze!
Is it something I have to apologize for? What was it? I need to stop doing backflips. I know they're fun, but I need to stop doing it. The fuck is this? Oh, it's just a fucking hole. That's just gonna drop me right into the cell. Wait, I came in from the cell, though. You told me to get over objectification. I did not say that. That is a complete misquote. The exact sentiment was more along the lines of you are going to be objectified whether you wish it or not. And you have to kind of learn to deal with that. And is further expanded on that it's not really your place to tell people what to do with their time or thoughts. Like, you can't enforce your standards onto other people just because they make you feel uncomfortable. Saying I told you to get objectified lacks all of that nuance. And I will say this, for further clarification, I should also say that you are totally in your right to feel uncomfortable. I'm not saying you are in the wrong by any means. But what I am saying is there's no point getting upset over the inevitable. How did I miss that treasure chest?
Come on. Heal.
Also, the original context, I believe, was as far as, like, the creation of Yaoi goes. In which case, I'm not even fully certain I would make the argument that Yaoi objectively, objectively objectifies gray men. I never said the words get objectified. You said I said that after I said that. Like, you misquoted me in in chat after I said my thing. And I guess your misquote is what's stuck in your head. No, that's fine. I'm not making you like Yaoi. I'm not saying you're wrong to feel on... Like, let me clarify. You're not wrong to feel uncomfortable with it or to not like it. But it's not really your place to enforce your, like, thoughts and feelings onto other people, you know? Like, there's way too much of that now. Like, people will be like, oh, I don't like this thing, so no one else should like it, and they're bad people for liking this thing. And it's like, no, people are people. Get over yourself. There's probably plenty of stuff you don't like that, like, other people, like, stuff you like that other people don't like that makes them feel uncomfortable, but I wouldn't say you shouldn't be able to enjoy it. Like, case in point, a lot of people probably don't like, Maru's work. A lot of people don't like Maru's work. But it's not really their place to tell you not to enjoy it or that it's somehow wrong. You know what I'm saying? Nor is it necessarily their place to, like, they don't have to engage with it. You know what I'm saying? I think, like, as a society, people need to, like, learn to let each other, you know, live and let live. I will also say that my elaboration on those statements did not occur at the time. Because I actually do remember that conversation, and I have remembered that I probably should have explained myself better. It's less Maru's work and more Shoujo Tsubaki that have gotten weird reactions from people because I like that book or movie. Yeah, see, and so basically the argument I'm making is that you're not in the wrong for enjoying it, but they're not necessarily in the wrong for being uncomfortable from it, you know? But their, like, discomfort should not affect your enjoyment, nor should it limit your ability to enjoy the work in the first place, you know what I'm saying? Because who gives a shit? That's not their fucking business. The discomfort kind of the point of the story that. I mean, sure. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what I was supposed to get out of Shoujo Tsubaki, honestly. But I would say there's probably a difference between, like, like enjoyable discomfort and unenjoyable discomfort. You know what I'm saying?
Heal. Yeah.
Like, so, alright, if I may get crass for a second, some people like to be spanked.
Yeah.
And a lot of other people are not a big fan of being spanked. You know what I'm saying? And so, if what you're getting out of it is a sort of discomfort that you seek, then you're in a scenario where, in this metaphor, you're being spanked and you're enjoying it. But if you are like, here, check this out, and then you start spanking someone, and they're like, well, I am not a fan of this, you're both experiencing the same discomfort, but you're taking it in a different way. You get it? I will say you are objectively wrong if you like Minecraft. Okay, so, here's what I'll say about that. If your enjoyment of Mein Kampf comes from more of a historical appreciation or like a prose kind of thing, sure. If your appreciation of Mein Kampf is coming from, yeah, we should all become Nazis and kill the Jews, then you're definitely in the wrong. Please get help. I will say that. Because there's, like, people that like Nazi memorabilia and, like studying the Nazis, but they're not Nazis themselves, and are like, oh no, fuck the Nazis, but check out how cool their outfits are. And I think that's fine. So I think it depends on the angle you're coming at it from. Oh, fuck. I was trying to pull up this information, and what came up is Borg of the Mirror Universe, and I forgot I was going to watch that video, because it sounded fucking awesome. Some people definitely toe that line. That is true. That is, yeah. Look, I have said it before. I am willing to say it again. Fuck the Nazis, alright? We do not enjoy Nazis on this channel, and if you're a Nazi, please leave. I will not support Nazism. Now, if you really want to see what people get mad at me for enjoying, it's actually a type of music. Okay. I really like an album called Torture Garden. That is certainly a name. Okay. Which I recently got on CD. Okay. Oh, right. I keep flipping and I forgot I'm not allowed to have fun in this game. So what's wrong with it? Is it just abrasive? Fuck. "42 tracks long, the longest is 114. Okay, I was gonna say fuck off with 42 tracks, but if the longest is a minute, that's not that bad. The only thing you can be wrong about is enjoying a full-length album of 42 songs. That is way too fucking long, I'll tell you that. The longest is 117. That's fine, that's reasonable. If they were all 3 minutes, I'd be like, you're a lunatic. You're a crazy person. You can't make an album that long. Yo! Yo! Why have I not been using this ability? Holy shit, this is fucking insane! Wow! That was nuts! What was that, on a side note, what was that band, that metal band, that, like, used an entire, like, they worked in a mental asylum. I think it was a metal band. They worked in a mental asylum, and they recorded the screams of mental asylum patients as part of, like, the album. There was a band that did that, and they had an album that. I think I saw it on a list of, like, most disturbing metal albums at one point. As for why people get on my case for liking it, there's 2 reasons. Okay. Number 1, they murder a puppy in it. I'm gonna be honest, they murder a puppy on it. I'm not a fan of this album either. The packaging, the albums adorned in bondage photos, all consenting models with some severe immoral art inside. Number 2, the sound. Okay. But did it involve puppy murder? Done with Fission Faraga. It's very hard to find an upload that did not have the cover of the album, which has tits on it. No. Okay. I can look it up independently. I do need to mute something. Probably my mic. Okay, I have returned from both seeing the album cover and listening to the entirety of the song. God damn it, I keep fucking rolling. It's so fun, you know? It's so fun. No puppy murder, but the band is accused of supporting Asian American hate because the artwork back with the album came out in 1990, which is funny because the lead singer's name is Yamatsuka Ai. Yeah, I mean, you never know with metal bands. You know what I'm saying? Them fucking Norwegian black metal bands are fucked up, okay? What did you think of it? Hated it, I imagine? Yeah, I was not a fan. There was about maybe 5 seconds of it where I'm like, oh, that's kind of pleasant to listen to, and then the screaming resumed. Like, I think there was a part where, like, the guitar sounded kind of nice. Aside from all the members in Naked City are jazz musicians. You know what? That also makes sense. You know who else is fucking crazy is jazz musicians. The two craziest forms of music are fucking metal and jazz. That actually reminds me of an episode of Metalocalypse where, in order to learn to be more brutal, Deathclock, like, goes down to... I want to say they go down to, like, New Orleans or something, and they just start learning to play the blues. Naked City became a thing because a bunch of New York jazz musicians decided to get really weird, and they also happen to love death metal. Yeah, fucking metalheads and jazz musicians are freaks. There's honestly probably, like, more of an overlap between, like, jazz and metal than I think a lot of people realize. Are we done with Radiant Garden? We are done with Radiant Garden. Oh no, there's so many things to do in Disney Town though. Random weird fact, Naked City's third album is the soundtrack they made for French S&M porno film. That somehow does not surprise me. Other than the fact that the French make porn. The final album is an hour of ambient noises. See, you know, I know people are into ambient noises. I just can't, you know? I just can't. Then again, I usually only like very specific types of music. If you want more bombastic, executive band and a punk band called Big Black Spinal Show. They lit fireworks on the stage while standing in the middle of it, played their songs and destroyed their instruments and never played again. So, like, did they get a bunch of burns all over their body, or... So you probably never really watched professional wrestling. And if you did, it probably wasn't that much. But there was a wrestler. You can see a bit of blood on the Singer shirt. There was a wrestler called Goldberg. Goldberg's intro involved him, like, walking through pyrotechnics. And he did this week to week. He would just walk straight through the fucking sparks. And every time I saw it, I was like, that's gotta hurt like shit. Like, there was, even as like a little fucking 4-year-old child watching that, every time I was like, that has gotta hurt so fucking bad. I know Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, and that's kind of it, and Andre the Giant. Yeah, so Goldberg would walk out, like, there would be like sparks, like white sparks. They might have been gold. I think they were like white or gold. It probably changed depending on the night, but there were white and gold sparks, like, going off all over the place, right? Like, right in front, like, on the way to the intro ramp. And he would walk through the sparks and head towards the ring, just, like, straight through them while they were fucking on. And, like, a few times he even, like, exhales the smoke coming out of the sparks as he walks through it. Like, you can see the smoke leaving his body. It's fucking nuts. And I was always like, that's gotta hurt so goddamn bad. I mean, it's cool, but it was never not distracting. I do know, speaking of which, that The Undertaker had pyrotechnics at one point go off on him. And it, like, burnt the shit out of his chest. I think he had, like, second-degree burns all over his body. And it was during, like, an Elimination Chamber match, and, like, a fireball caught him. And if I remember the story correctly, and I might not be, but I believe he, like, told the pyrotechnician how fucking worried he was about the goddamn fireball going off on top of him. And he talked to him, like, several times, and it's like, that fireball better not fucking go off on me. And I think at one point he was like, he told the technician, if the fireball does catch me, you better not be here when I get back. And so he walked to the ring, and he just got hit by, like, a fucking fireball. And he had to, like, and he was like, I think the last one into the chamber, an Elimination Chamber, something like that. I'm probably, like, fucking up the story a little bit, but the general gist of it's there. And so he had to just, like, stay in the chamber for, like, a solid hour with second-degree burns all over his body, and then finish the match. Also, according to the story, that technician was, in fact, not in the building when he got done. You know, probably for the best, or that man would have went through an actual, not breakaway table. There was a huge riot in Canada at a Metallica concert because they had to quit partway through because the singer had a pyrotechnic just blast him and he had to be rushed to the ER and the fans rioted. Metal fans aren't the smartest. Should have finished the show like Undertaker did. That's what they really wanted. They wanted him to pull an Undertaker and finish the show anyway. I will say this, I don't know what it is about the job, and maybe it's just, like, an absolute commitment to, like, the show must go on, but, like, professional wrestlers have, like, inhuman levels of pain tolerance. Triple H ripped both of his quads and still finished a match once. I know Stone Cold Steve Austin broke his neck and finished a match. It was not a very long match, though. It's still impressive. Although, admittedly, not quite as impressive as Kurt Angle, who won Olympic gold with a broken neck. There's this lame metal singer who now lame country singer. He's also notorious for getting angry on stage, and people just go to fuck with him. Oh, what's his name? I know every country singer in the world. All of them. 100% of them. Because I've listened to every country song. Aaron Lewis. I'm familiar. I have a confession, I'm not familiar. I also have another confession. This might surprise you. I have not listened to every country song. I've maybe heard 5 country songs. Like, ever. I don't like country. I think I've heard of Stained, actually, if you can believe that. I don't think I've ever heard a song from them, though. I think I've just heard of the name. Like, heard of the name. It's been 5 hours, and I still have not found the final sticker. He makes shitty music for conservatives, and the only reason he hit a song is because no one but Facebook grandmas and rednecks use iTunes. That's fair. I don't use iTunes, and I don't fit into those demographics, so... Todd in the Shadows is a pretty good video on his hit song. If it was as long as it wasn't his, like, one-hit wonder ones, if it was, like, his, like, pop culture songs, then I've seen the video, because I've seen of all of Todd in the Shadows videos about, like, popular songs. Which means I have heard of him. Wait, was he was he the guy that made the song, like, Richmond Down in Richmond? Or whatever? Was that Aaron Lewis? It was next to the save point. It was next to the fucking save point. I found it, and it was next to the goddamn save point. No, it's I Am the Only One or whatever. Oh. Okay, because I was going to say the guy who made that, like, Richmond Down in Richmond song, he says he didn't make that song specifically for conservatives. And to be totally honest with you, having seen his interview, I believe him, if only because I don't think he has... well fleshed out enough political views to actually have intentionally created anything for any specific political party. It's literally exactly what it sounds like. I'm the only one who don't like all the woke shit, and it's just as shitty as it sounds. So, here's a general rule of thumb. This isn't directed at you, just directed at, you know, the collective world. If you ever have to ask, am I the only one who blank? The answer is almost certainly no, you're not the only one. Fuck, I don't want to go to deep space. I would rather go to Olympus Coliseum. Yes, Olympus Coliseum I think is better. Excuse me. Alright. It's basically deep space or... Alright, there's 3 in Neverland. The funniest part of that song is when he says, I think I'm turning in to my old man. And this is funny because all of Stain's songs are about him complaining about how much he hates his dad. And now his kids hate him too. It's honestly, it's a legitimate thing you've got to watch out for. Is to not turn into your parents. That might be my greatest fear. So you're telling me I run the risk of becoming a lady who believes in horoscopes and Reiki and shit? You could also become your dad. Whichever one you think is better is the one you probably won't turn into. Well, then I think you get to flip a coin. Not like a literal one. The coin of life. Well, if I needed to make ice cream... so what are you afraid of? Becoming your mom or your dad? Both? Well... Okay. So I'm not afraid of becoming my birth father. Because I've had one conversation with him and he died of a heart attack. So... I do not have enough information to be afraid of it. Okay, that happened. But my stepfather or Mama Sack would be a fucking nightmare. I think I'm more afraid of being Mama Sack.
Stop! Yeah! 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 Yeah!
You know, I remember when when woke was used by a term for conspiracy theorists? It's had an evolving usage. Didn't woke, isn't woke a term that dated back to the 1920s? I think it actually predates conspiracy theories, doesn't it? I think it was used in the 1920s. The earliest idea of the concept of wokeness as a concept for black political consciousness came from the Jamaican philosopher and social activist Marcus Garvey, who wrote in 1923, "Wake up Ethiopia, wake up Africa." Yeah, see, that's what I thought. I would say that... So, the thing is, like, there is a general, like, far left-leaning social politics movement. It exists. It's a real thing, right? And so, when I use the term woke, because I'm out of fucking other words to use for it, and I'm not gonna say that whole fucking thing, that's usually what I would refer to. I do know that other people would use it, as I would probably argue, incorrectly. But that's generally what I would go with when I hear the word woke, is what I would assume the person means. I have heard it applied to, like, climate change before, and I'm like, well, that person's an idiot. And they're just using a word wrong. But I would traditionally refer to it, like, I would traditionally assume when someone says woke, they're referring to far-left political identity politics. I just remember it being dumb thing, ironically, people who use it negatively. A nice time capsule is Pink Guy song Flex like David Ick. I think I have maybe heard 2 Pink Floyd songs. But yeah, what I will say is, like, there's got to be a way to refer to it. Because no one's gonna say a full fucking sentence every time they're trying to specifically talk about one topic. Like, I know a lot of people are like, oh, it doesn't mean anything anymore. But if someone fucking says it, you at least get some amount of information out of it. It conveys an idea to you, probably. David Icke was a conspiracy theorist who popularized lizard people. Every time people misuse words, you can't just be like, oh, the word doesn't mean anything anymore. It's like, okay, come on, you know what's being talked about. You understand the target. And, like, the thing is, if you were to say, like, okay, do you have a better word for that subject matter, so no one has to say a full fucking sentence every time, even if you had one, right, and people started saying that, then in, like, fucking 2 years from now, you'd be like, oh, that word doesn't mean anything anymore. Right? Because I know people used to say, instead of, like, woke, they used to say, like, SJW, which means the same fucking thing. It's the same like, the subject matter hasn't changed, the vernacular's changed. I'll just say I have a jacket you probably won't like very much. What's the jacket? There's this guy. going in the opposite direction, there is this guy who, like, I see every day. It's got various patches on it. Oh, I already hate it. I hate all jackets with patches on it. It doesn't matter what the patches can say anything. I just hate patches. But anyway, I see this guy every day, and okay, it's not every day. I see him like once a week or something. But anyway, I see this guy occasionally, and every time I look at him, I make it my effort to like look him up and down and try and read all of his like articles of clothing, because I know at somewhere on his body, there's either going to be like a fuck Biden, or like fuck wokeness, or fuck LGBTQ, or like I voted for Trump and so should you, like fucking one of those things. And sometimes it's a puzzle, and you got to look all up and down him, and you'd be like, somewhere on his body is something. There was some sewed by a person who owned it before me, like Food Not Bombs, patch a fairly controversial group. I don't even think food and bombs are in the same subject, so it's a very confusing patch. A patch for the band Conflict. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of it. Sounds like some hippie shit. So, if you hit the little glitter pods, you actually can't dash in the midair. This was completely pointless. Conflict was an anarchist... oh god, fuck them. Anarchy is the one political system I can't get behind. Band from Britain and made a couple of OK albums, but in general I'm not a super big fan. That's not true. There's a lot of political systems I can't get a hold of, get behind. I'm not a big fan of fascism, if I'm being honest with you. Maybe that's controversial. I'm not a big fascism fan. The patch was put there by my father, who at one point was a big fan. Okay. To be fair, I think all punk bands are anarchists. The singer is a huge asshole. They were so vegan that they wrote anti-abortion songs. I don't even understand. I guess I get it. I guess I understand. It's just the implication that, like, babies count as human, like, count as meat is interesting to me. Like, I prefer not to think of babies as meat, is my thing. Okay, we have to get points into one of these. They have a song where they let some lady go off on her protest and some shit she says makes no sense. Well, they're vegans, so... Alright. Magic Pulse 3, defeat 350 enemies. Heal Strike, can't do that one. Surprise 2, I already had... Oh, okay. Let's go Magic Pulse, because I don't hate that one. Most of what she says about big business is true, but on the other hand, she says that advertisers promote sexism by trying to have men and women look the same as each other, which I said makes zero sense. There is a sort of like branch of feminism. I don't think it has a name, but I have seen arguments in this regard where like they try to go. Actually, you see this a lot with. I'm going to say the no-no word, woke politics, where they try to go so far into being, like, anti-racist or anti-sexist that they just wrap all the way a fucking round to the other side, and it just becomes blatantly offensive. So it's possible that she was making a statement about that, and there's about 2 ways I could understand that, where it could be like, bad sack, let me hit you with the City Hunter hammer. Oh no! Where she could be like, you can't have men and women looking equal because women are better than men, right? You could go that way. Or you could go, I highly doubt she was. I mean, it's possible. I had another way that was in my brain, and then it fell out of my brain. So that was probably the one, is what I'm telling you. Although, as far as I'm like, as far as like going so far into trying not to be racist or sexist that you completely flip to the other side, I saw a quote from a valedictorian who'd like graduated top of her class in like, was it like physics or something? That claimed that scientific fields are inherently sexist because science relies on logic instead of emotion, and men are inherently more logical. And I'm like, I'm offended by that. Just like the implication that women can't be logical. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? You also see, like, similar, not necessarily, like, similar in, like, content, but, like, similar in, like, execution, like, arguments against, like, racism, where I've seen people argue so far about, like, racism that they, like, start advocating for segregation. They're like, yeah, we got to keep the white people and the colored people away from each other for the colored people's benefits, obviously. And I'm kind of leaning into, like, racist, like, verbiage on this on purpose. But, like, you get the idea. And I'm like, wow, that is so fucking offensive. I want to be clear, I don't agree with these statements. If that wasn't incredibly obvious. I don't agree with them. But yeah, especially on places like what used to be Tumblr, but everyone left Tumblr, and it is now, like, Twitter/X. You see people go these fucking far, like, so far left that they've just reached right. Like, when also, there's, like, a lot of people that'll be like, whenever, like, an anime comes out, they get, like, super racist against Japanese people. They're like, Japan's a terrible country and we should bomb them. And, like, the response to that's just, like, they saw some fucking anime tits in their thumbnail. And mostly, I'm talking about this, because, one, I feel it's relevant to point out, like, sexism and racism on both sides. And two, because right-wingers are a little more in your face when they're racist, because they hold up Nazi signs. Personally, when it comes to feminism, I stopped listening because a few years ago, it just kind of became the argument, are trans women women, and I don't want to be involved. Forgot what I was doing. Did I get all the treasure chests yet? Fuck, how am I still missing a treasure chest? Similar note, I work at a clothing store. Some old guy got very mad at me because there was a womanly shirt in the men's section. Now, let me ask you, this is an important question. Was it a woman's shirt? Or was it just womanly? Also, I love the use of the word womanly rather than the use of the word feminine. I don't know if I've ever heard the word womanly apply to anything but hips.
Come on. Take that.
No, I understood that you were quoting him. I'm just baffled by the word choice. So what was the shirt? Paint me a picture. I'll be the judge of how womanly it is. He said, and I quote, "Excuse me, why in the ever-loving fuck is this womanly shirt here?" It's delightful. Did it have like frills or something? You tell me to picture a fucking womanly shirt. I'm picturing like no top straps, you know, side sleeves with frills. Just black, you know, black with like sleeve frills that leave the shoulders exposed. So you can see a sort of like decorative bra underneath, but just the straps, obviously. There's a black sweater with white flowers on it. Okay, alright. At least it was... Okay, I could see that. Were they what kind of flowers? Were they masculine flowers or womanly flowers? They were generic-looking flowers. I'm picturing daisies. In which case, I would describe them as womanly. Maybe he was concerned for the store's organizational habits. It's like, excuse me, you seem to have a womanly shirt in the manly section. You know, as someone who buys like 90% of their clothes from Walmart, I will say this. Sometimes you just see clothes in the wrong area. So, like, even if that's the thought process, I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like this, or is this the actual picture of the shirt? That's a womanly shirt. That, if I saw that, I'd be like, that shirt's pretty womanly, is what I would think to myself. Okay, you're saying it was not like that. Okay. We're gonna have to look up where this fucking treasure chest is in a moment. Yeah, we're looking up this. Wait, there's one more zone I can be in, I think. Yes, I found it. And it's Faraga Burst. Do I have Mickey Mouse's D-Link? Oh, I have a bunch of... Oh, I should have been doing this the whole time. Well, you know what? It's been a while since we've streamed. I forgot. That's on me. We're gonna have to end the stream soon, actually. I thought, because I was gonna try and get through it all, and then I remembered, oh shit, we actually have 2 worlds left. We have to go to Deep Space and Disney World. And I don't really have time. Okay, well, let's check out this womanly shirt. Okay, that's not that womanly. That's like gender ambiguous. You know what I'm saying? It's got points in both stat bar. You know what I'm saying?
Freeze! Take that! Yeah! Tao! Yeah! Tao! Thunder! Yeah! Tao!
See why I use my shirt as an example, because there's nothing like it. I mean, sure, but what I kind of need you to understand is that showing me what it doesn't look like isn't particularly helpful. Oh, alright. I didn't expect to find it online. And I'm glad you did, because now I have definitively decided how womanly it is. Wait, what am I doing? I was about to end the stream. Okay, we have to end the stream. So next time, we're going to go to Deep Space, Joy of Joys, and then we're going to go to Disney Town. And that should be tomorrow. We should be back on a consistent stream schedule starting tomorrow. So look forward to that. Hopefully everyone had a good time. It was just you made. So hopefully you had a good time. But that's okay, because we're going to get back to it. And yeah, there's whatever this bullshit is. Disney Town. Yeah, no, believe me, I'm fucking dread. I do not want to go to Deep Space or Disney Town, and we're going to both. But on the plus side, we don't have that much more to go, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 treasure chests in Deep Space, and then every single Disney Town treasure chest. And then for the sticker album, we have a Deep Space sticker and then 2 Disney Town stickers. So Disney Town is going to be in that. Disney, it's... And then we'll be done with Aqua. And if you think this is boring, there's going to be a stream where I will inevitably have to just walk in a circle the entire time. So that'll be even worse. So look forward to that. But yeah, hopefully everyone had a good time. We'll be back with it probably tomorrow. Until then, thanks for stopping by. Make sure to check your closet for womanly shirts. And Kingdom Hearts is the game that never ends. Don't worry, after this we get to play Digimon. Yay! I've been Sacrobolic, your Envoy of Hope, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.